Long time no see. Straight in, if we can. Injury-wise, how are you looking, Johnny Rowe, for this weekend?
Good. Trained today without any issues. To be totally honest, it was not the most intense session today, but first team training for him. He looks that he is back in contention for the matchday squad Saturday, like Danny Bath as well, back in training. The one which we will miss is Duffy. He got a calf injury against Coventry. After 70 minutes, continued to play, but he will miss the game. Got a scan. We make a further scan in 10 days' time, so I can't give a serious time frame at the minute, but he is not available for the matchday squad. Everyone else, as we expected before this week, with Johnny Rowe and Danny Bath, is ready to go.
So probably after the weekend, you'd have a clearer idea once you get the results of the scan with Shane how long.
No, we had a first one, but they like to make a second one in 10 days' time to give a better and a more exactly time frame. So at the minute, it's I can't give a serious answer about it.
Sure. Safe to say Sydney's had a full week to sort of, because I'd imagine his head would have been all over the place back end of last week with the move and then getting a few minutes on Saturday, but has he had a good full week's block of training to integrate properly with the group?
Yeah, obviously I think he gets known now, the names, a little bit our idea as well. Christoph and Narcisa are working with him a lot in the video analyze room as well about our ball possession and without ball possession game, was involved in all the sessions. Obviously he has to get used to the training regime, the intensity which we have in training as well, but it's exactly what we thought. He's a good guy, very open guy, settled in. I've spoken today with him as good as he could after now a week. And we're looking forward for the next month, maybe longer, to work with him. And he will be in the matchday squad for sure as well.
And you see, because we know you've said yourself in the past, you like to work with your three strikers ideally, and maybe two of them could be in and around the 11, and then one's pushing the other two. But do you feel you've got a very good blend there now with Josh and Ashley and Sydney? Do they have different attributes and they complement each other? What's your thoughts on them as a trio, basically?
Yeah, I think they have different skills. The very good thing is it seems to be that all of them are tactically very good drilled. They have a smart football understanding, which is important, and obviously they have different skills in terms of the speed, in terms of the link-up play, in terms of the physicality as well. All of them work hard. I don't like to put too much pressure on Sydney too early. I think we should give him really the time to settle in and to get used to everything. But these are the three strikers which we have, plus obviously Gabi, who always can play in this role as a Johnny Rowe can do, and Liam Gibbs has done it as well. So I think we have enough quality and competitiveness in the squad, and this is exactly the players which we attacked the last 16 games.
I was going to ask you about that final third part of the pitch. I mean, you add in the names you mentioned there, Bohar and Johnny Rowe as well, maybe Farsi and Onel. That feels as good as probably there is in the Championship. You know, Leeds have some very good attacking players in the final third, but do you feel that as well, that you're looking at that group of players in that final third, and that's clinically in terms of attacking threat as good as anything in the division? Yeah,
I think we are. If we have our squad together, healthy, we are competitive. I think we set this from, more or less the first day of the preseason, and I think everything what we've seen so far this season in both scenarios back this. If everyone is ready to go, we are super competitive. If we have more than one or two injuries, which you always will have, let's be honest, but if you have a proper injury crisis, which we faced, then we have the one or other problem which we have to solve. Now we are in the position with 16 games to go, where we still have the one or other injury. Last weekend was Johnny Rowe and Danny Bath. Now it's Duffer. touch wood, not more, but it will always happen. If it's only for a few weeks and 1 or 2, it's something different than if it is for 3-4 months and we then have 4, 5, 6, 7 players injured. And this will cause every team in this division, maybe apart from 1 or 2, huge problems. And we have now left this behind us, and now we look forward and we'll deal with every situation which we will face. And we have enough experience, I think, now to take every situation which will come on a shin and go and attack.
Just to backtrack it and talk about the centre-backs, obviously you don't want to be losing an experienced player like Shane Duffy, but the fact you've got Grant Hanley now fit and available, that must, as the head coach, at least mitigate the fact you're going to be without an experienced centre-back, because he clearly knows what is required at this level at this stage of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. He is ready to go. Danny is back in training since the beginning of the week as well. Obviously, you never like to have injured player, experienced one or younger one, whoever, offensive player, defensive player, midfielder, it doesn't matter. You like to have your full squad available. But it happens now to Duffy, who was very reliable in recent months. In the back of our defense, and now he will miss maybe a few games, and then it's up to all the other guys which we have. You named Grant, he is for sure the first one to name, to show what they are capable of doing, and he's shown it more than once, to be fair. We were desperate to have him back. Now we have him back. He's desperate to play, to start again. He was already desperate to play against Liverpool, where one or other said maybe it's a little bit too early. And we said, no, come on, this 60 minutes can be crucial. Even if we know he has to have more trainings time. And now we had a couple of further weeks, and I think it's the right moment to come back on track. And we are really looking forward to it, exciting about it like he is.
Just a footnote on the strikers. I'm sure it's not escaped your attention, but good to see Adam Eder sort of settled in there at Celtic, 2 goals and an assist in his first 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big one, to be fair. So penalties always seems to be easy goals, but if you stay on this penalty spot as a striker, especially in the stoppage time to score the winner or not, it shows that he has the right mindset and the character to do so. So it was a wonderful start for him at Celtic. I'm very happy for him and Celtic as well. Hopefully he can continue to do what he has done so far. Was something what he has done for sure, what you can name a very good start.
So bringing it back to QPR, how do you assess that challenge unbeaten in the last 3? And you played teams who are maybe looking at promotion. This is a different challenge, but no less difficult. A team who are scrapping for survival. So how do you assess the overall sort of potential for this to be a tough game?
Yeah, absolutely. The truth is, in the last 3 games, they made more points than us. So this speaks for itself. In the last 15, they conceded, I think, less goals than us, and we conceded already, I think, only 1 per game. This speaks for itself as well, especially away. Tight pitch, tight stadium. I don't know if the pitch is in the best condition at this stage of the year. It's a task, a difficult task. We are aware about it. We have to be on it from our mindset. We have to be as sharp, as aggressive, as hungry as we were in recent games. First and foremost against Coventry, and then we have to stick to our idea that we like to play proper football as well. So if we can bring this together, we can cause every team and as well QPR problems, but we have to be on our best. And I think it makes totally sense to respect them, to be aware about everything, what they can do in ball possession and without ball possession, and we are. But to make sure that you look after yourself and do everything what you like to do on the best and highest possible level.
I mean, it was a win, but it was a hard-fought win when you played him in Canaries Road. He'd only just gone in recently. Could you start to see already that he was having that sort of impact that is now, as you mapped out there? He's clearly managed to embed his ideas into that group of players. Yeah,
absolutely. It's a team where I'm super sure that they will survive. They have enough, and they have now a good style. They like to play football. It's a footballing team. They have individual qualities, especially offensive players who can cause everyone problems, and we have to be on our very, very best. And Saturday, obviously, we know how difficult this task is, but challenges are part of our life. We like to be competitor. We love to be competitive, and this is exactly what we will be there.
Does it present a slightly different challenge, maybe psychologically, when you're playing a team with great respect to them, but where they are in table, they're fighting to stay in the division rather than the Coventry, the West Brom, Southampton, Hull, that cycle? Is that take any slightly different mental aspect to it?
No, at the end of the day, and we said this quite early, we have to make sure that we are independent. And this is what I wanted to say when I said, let's make sure we look after ourselves. We have to make sure that we are independent from the opponent, from home away game, from all the things which you can't influence. We have to be focused on our game in ball possession, how we can improve this, what we can do better, what we have done already good, what we have to continue, confirm, and in defense as well. That we still know exactly how we like to defend, when we like to squeeze, how we like to press. There really make sure we are independent from whoever is in front of us, whenever it is. It's an evening game or a midday game, it should not care us. Yes, there are certain specifics, and QPR has some specifics as well, where you maybe adapt a little bit, but in overall, it's about do your idea in ball possession and without ball possession on the highest possible level, plus show the energy and the hunger which you always have to show to be successful if you are in a competitive environment. And that we are in a competitive environment, I think everybody knows.
Clearly you'd hope you'd have a quiet afternoon, but just wanted to get your thoughts on Gunny. 2 excellent saves at key moments Saturday gone, but is it easy maybe you almost take that level of performance from him for granted because he is so consistent? I mean, clearly he's widely regarded maybe as the best in the division.
Yeah, my biggest problem is Scotland plays Germany in the summer, the first game. So no, listen, I think Gunny and goalkeepers in general, but Gunny as well, he gets a lot of praise if we have a clean sheet. Yeah? I think this is the nature of the game, but nobody should underestimate that. For example, this win against Coventry, he played a crucial part in it with these 2 saves, which you said, and you are totally right. Came at a very big moment, which he's done, and this is what he has done now very consistently as well, which is great. And to be fair, George, when he got used in the cup games as well, has shown unbelievable good performances. So big credit to Clem and to our goalkeeper department, what they've done, what they always do in training. I can see it live. It's top class. And Gunny is desperate like everyone to push now for this last 16 games in a team which, you can feel they have the hunger and the desire to keep going now.
Yeah, and as a head coach as well, to know you have that guy as your last line of defence, maybe not even the coach, but the players in front of him, when they go on the pitch, they know he's behind them. That must give them an extra level of reassurance. Yeah,
absolutely. And he is for sure, from my point of view, the best in terms of if you play with a high line, to have this feeling to play like a sweeper for the balls in behind as well. He has a very good timing, very good understanding for this as well. It gives, to be fair, all of us a good feeling that he is between the sticks, and hopefully he can show another top performance on Saturday, because I'm pretty sure we will need him.
Just a couple more if I can, David, away from the game. We were fortunate, we came down and had a chat with Ben yesterday, and he said a couple of things. One of which was reiterating that the academy pathway, that's crucial to how he sees this vision for the football club moving forward. How important is that to you, to have that talent pipeline open and pushing into the first team?
Yeah, this is we are totally on the same page. So everybody who knows me or who knows what I've done in the last 15 years since I'm a manager, this was always one of my first aims, to get as much as possible academy players into the first team training, into the first team squad onto the pitch. It was in Huddersfield with Phil Billing or whatever. It's here now with Johnny Rowe, who made a super good impact, and Dortmund's second team anyway. So this is always the biggest aim, the highest aim. So what our academy has produced in the past was outstanding, and this is for sure everybody's aim that this continues. The most important thing is the players, the academy products have to be good enough. This is the most important thing. If so, I think there are not a lot of football clubs in England who will get their chance like they can get a chance here at Norwich City Football Club.
Yeah, and then final point, maybe to underline that, you look at this season now, there's quite a few out currently on loan, the Abu Kamaras and Hills, Tompkinson, Warner now. And the other thing I thought was interesting, what Ben said, he felt that maybe this summer the squad, there would be maybe a natural turnover, churn. There's players who are obviously, as we know, out of contracts, senior players coming to the end of contracts. You'll have all those young players coming back in. While it's obviously not your priority right now, right in the here and now. But I mean, would you concur with that? I'm sure you've had plenty of conversations with him. What the summer might look like in terms of the squad. Could we be getting to a point where maybe there'll be a natural refresh this summer?
Yeah, to be totally honest, for 100%. But for me, the question is a little bit: what does it mean refresh in terms of? Normally then you have a number in your head. So does it mean is 8 new signings refresh, or 10 or 12 or 14? So I think this is quite difficult to assess, or everyone has a different figure in his head. So in general, I think the summer and the last summer as well, I don't know exactly, to be fair, the numbers, how many players went out and how many new signings we got. But I think in the summer we had a refreshed moment as well, and maybe in the summer before as well. So normally, and maybe this is what he wanted to say, in the summer is a moment where you refresh your team, your squad, and not in the winter window, which we just passed. And this is for 100% the case here.
Nice, good luck, sir.
Thank you.